Hi guys, I am back with week number 44 and I absolutely love this little Frankenstein sticker. It is so adorable. I think I got it from Michaels quite some time ago, but he is just very, very, very cute. I love his little facial expression and I love the fact that he's kind of like this puffy sticker. So he is going to be on my title card and this is week 44 and this is the week of Halloween, so it's 2016, and I absolutely love this layout. This one turned out really, really cute. I think it's because of the colors. I don't use purple a lot and I do love the Halloween images, so I was really excited to do this page. So hopefully you enjoy the process as well. And I think I mentioned this in my previous video, but I am going to start doing the more close-up shots of my cards because I think you just see the detail better and you can see what I'm doing better than you can when I do the overhead shot. So hopefully you guys like this, and this is kind of what I think I'm going to continue to do, and yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going to do. So I am just layering up a bunch of stuff on this card. The Beware is from a Martha Stewart pack, and those little stars are from, oh, I don't remember the brand. I have them all just in a loose baggie. I removed or got rid of the packaging, and I can't remember. It might have been Bella Boulevard, so I'm going to use a lot of die cuts from this pack. Like I said, I think it's Bella Boulevard. I can't quite remember, so hopefully that's correct, but it's been from quite some time ago. I've had them for a long time in my stash. So here's just a picture of a coffee cup, and I have a little sticker that says Witch's Brew. I thought that would be a perfect sticker with it being Halloween. This I'm Bats About You sticker, I believe, came from Michaels quite some time ago, and the little moon is also from that die cut pack. And I'm just making kind of a little scene here, nothing too exciting. And I am going to be outlining all of my cards with black pen, so you'll see that throughout the layout as well. Here is just another card. I went to a crop and I wanted to take a picture of the little, oh, what is it called? The little gift we got, or the little table setting thing that had my name on it. So I am just taking these two pieces of scrap paper, and I realized that I cut them exactly 3x4, or at least in half 3x4, so I had to adhere them a different way than what I was trying to do. So I'm just going to put a little bit of washi tape on the back here, and that'll put the two cards together. And then to cover up that seam, I'm going to use a little bit of thin black satin ribbon and just glue that down. And I'm going to use my fine liner bottle with some Scotch tacky glue in it, and then that just worked perfectly. I put just the right amount of glue on, and it doesn't seep out too badly or anything like that. And I'm going to add a little bit of that glue also to the edge, and then wrap that ribbon around so I have a nice finished edge. Sometimes if you trim off the edges, they'll kind of fray, and I didn't want that look. I wanted a nice clean look. Here's some more die cuts from the pack. They're little candy corns, which are really cute, and they have a little bit of glitter on them. I am going to pop up one of the candy corns so it gives a little bit of dimension since they're layering on top of each other. I thought that looked a little nicer. And I'm just using a little bit of fun foam here to layer that up, and I'm going to trim off a little corner of that because it is going over the edge. And here's a Boo stamp. I'm going to be using my VersaFine. This Boo stamp is from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to do repetitive stamping on here to kind of make it look like there's a pattern paper. And I thought that really looked cute. I have several stamps that I never pull out. I never think about them, and I really wanted to use them on this layout. So I went through my stash, found this Halloween stamp set, and I thought this was perfect to make this pattern paper kind of look. And it does, you can see that the Boo didn't turn out quite so well because of the ribbon, and I'm just going to fill it in with my black Sharpie marker, and it turns out just fine. You would have never known that it didn't stamp quite right. So that's being done, and then I'm going to fill in a couple other spaces that seem like it needs some more boos on it, which is going to be like at the top and I think the left somewhere. So you'll see me doing that here, and I think that helps finish it off and makes it look like it's a pattern paper as opposed to just being stamped on there. So now I love this spider. He is so cute. I am going to use some stickles, which is something I have not used in forever, but it was perfect because there was a lot of glitter on a lot of these die cuts, and I wanted to add a little sparkle to him because he is adorable and he just was calling for some little gunmetal, I think it is, stickles. And I'm just going to add a little outline on him, and then it's going to take a really long time for him to dry. That's the only thing bad about stickles. It just seems to take forever for it to dry, but that's okay. He's just going to go onto the side right now, and I'll come back to him later. So here I'm just outlining some of these cards, and I'm going to put this little skull on here. He is so cute. I love this die cut pack. I'm pretty sure it's Bella Boulevard. I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. I apologize, guys. I don't have the packaging anymore. But I am going to pop him up because he needed to be popped up with a little dimension because he's the only thing that's going to go on this card. And I really like how this ends up looking. I'm just using some liquid glue on it, and then that's just going to be popped up, and that card's going to be nice and simple and done, but I think it's a pretty good statement piece, and he is cute. Like I said, this is one of my favorite layouts just because I love Halloween images, especially the more cutesy images. I don't do a lot of cutesy on my pages, I guess, so I do like when I have the opportunity to do something like this and use some of those images that have been in my stash for quite some time. Now here are some wood veneers. There is a bat and some stars. It was on a little sheet that I got from a Studio Calico set quite some time ago, and there is so many things on that. I've used it on many layouts, and it just seems to keep going and going. So I really like how that turned out. Now this is going to be the 4x6 card on the other side of the page. I'm just going to outline it, and I'm going to use 2 sheets of paper on here, and then I'm also going to use a die cut spider web and then a pumpkin. So you're going to see how that all comes together here in a second. I thought that this card was really cute, but it needed something for the pumpkin to rest on, so I'm going to be using this black paper that kind of looks like sprinkles, and I'm using that spider web, and I'm going to cut it in half because I just want the top part of the spider web popping up on top of the pumpkin paper. So I'm just going to trim that out so it's straight, and then my pumpkin is going to pop on top of that. And you can see I put ribbon on here, but I'm going to end up covering it all up. I'm not sure why I put the ribbon on, because I'm going to end up using this Beware strip here. Again, that's from Martha Stewart, and so it's just going to get covered up. So I'm not sure why I bothered putting that ribbon on, but I did. I wasn't thinking, apparently. And you can see here I was trying to maybe let it show, but it just wasn't going to work. So I'm just going to trim off the excess of that Beware, and then on that little pumpkin's going to pop there on top of it. And I'm going to use some foam on him too, because I think it needs a little bit of dimension because of all the layering that's underneath him. And I think this card turns out pretty cute as well. I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue to get him down on the page. And that card is done. Now I'm going to move on to some of the other cards on the other side of the layout. This is a picture of my daughter with some friends at Halloween. I don't have permission to show those guys, so that's why they're covered up. But it's right before we went trick-or-treating, so the little label says "Get your candy on." I thought it was cute. Those are some Tim Holtz phrase stickers. They're from like a holiday pack. Here's another one of those little wood veneers I was talking about earlier. I'm just going to decorate this card up, and I thought he was kind of hiding on here and you couldn't see them, or see it, so I'm going to be putting on some of that same stickles I used for the spider. And again, I'll just set that to the side to dry, and I really like how that looks. It ties in the stickles from the other side of the page as well. So here's a picture of my daughter in her little costume. I'm going to use these little cute ghosts. They're also from Michaels. I've had them in my stash forever, and they're really cute. They're little dimensional kind of stickers, and they have some glitter on them. And now I am going to dress up this particular card. I had quite a bit of filler cards, but that was okay because I have a lot of die cuts in that die cut pack I was mentioning earlier, and that works pretty well. So I'm just going to put some outline on both these cards, just using my black Sharpie marker, and then I'm going to fancy this one up. Now this is from, I think it's Pebbles sticker sheet. Pebbles, is that right? Yeah, I think it's Pebbles, and it looks like chalkboard, which are pretty cool for the Halloween theme. And then I had these little candies in the die cut pack as well, which are adorable, and I'm going to decorate that little trick-or-treat sign up with a little popped up candy wrapped. Here I'm going to do a little bit of journaling about my daughter's stash that she got on Halloween. And while I'm journaling, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me. This video is about over. I'm almost done. I do only have one close-up or one close-up at the end. I apologize for that. I didn't have any other additional close-ups, and it was too dark to take them, but I wanted to get this video up, so that's why you don't see a lot of close-ups in the end. But if you have any questions about anything I did or where I got anything, please leave those in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. If you want to know more about me or anything like that, you can go to my blog, or you can also go to my YouTube. Not my YouTube, my Facebook. I do have a Facebook group, or my Instagram page. All the links to my social media accounts are below. And I'm just gonna finish off with this little guy. This is the one I put the stickles on. I want to add a little bit of twine to make him look like he's coming down, and that's it. Thank you guys so much, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye guys.